Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Vampyr. This game that I absolutely love. We're gonna go talk to this guy, because we haven't talked to him. I think he's the only one in the hospital that I haven't talked to just yet.
I believe we're going to be working together.
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland.
Okay, so I know nothing about this guy.
What can you tell me?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. Do you need my help?
You seem quite optimistic.
Let's go with that
It's a
one.
rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with...
Well, yes, maybe.
Do you want me to play the error?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop...
I see. Well...
Of course. How did I end up... Oh wait, hold on.
Please, could you tell me...
I'm a great admirer of your...
What made you...
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your...
I'll give you some advice, but understand that nothing...
Of course, sir. And don't worry,
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me.
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental.
As long as you're cautious and methodical.
You're not the first one to warn me, but
Something's off about his experimentation.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
I feel like he's
Harvey
testing on
Fiddick
them.
is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me, Mr. Fiddick.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial
Because he is a proud father. Ashamed of putting it...
This personal
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior.
Do you think keeping his distance...
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Good evening. Good evening. Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why did...
My wife died because of me. And now I'm a...
You can't hold yourself responsible.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work and...
How could your job...
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
That's not... I mean, that sucks, but...
Tell me more about the death of your wife.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was...
How are your children?
They were smaller then. The only...
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer.
Goodbye for now.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Couldn't get him to tell me why... What's-his-face was injured. I wonder if he... I didn't learn anything about him, did I?
Tell me, Waverly, What do you think of Dr. Strickland's...
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery.
Why do you...
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven
Other people may say that's too conservative a...
Conservative?
And are you not afraid that your rival...
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that.
If you have...
Doctor...
I know... You are going to change your tone with me, my dear colleague.
I don't think so. Perhaps you think yourself...
If you have...
Dr.
I know... You are going...
I don't think...
Since... Kelly...
We're here...
I don't... Thank you for your time.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
Huh. Sorry, I got sidetracked in listening to... I really want to know if that girl is an actual vampire. I don't know if she is or not. And I'm confused by it. Looks like I can kill mostly everybody here.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter. His cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady. Unfortunately, I could not bring myself to do it.
I'm so disappointed in you, Jonathan.
Lady Ashbury, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was. I can assure you, it was all used for charitable ends.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan? All right, say I trust you, but you will still pay the ransom. That is only fair. After all, it was you who failed to bring this problem.
I believe I could agree.
And since a lady always keeps her promises, I will now...
I already know I'm a vampire. Why did you save me? No. Hunters. God. I don't know if I get to answer all these questions or just one.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our... hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
Do you know his brotherhood? No one's...
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
Huh.
And no one suspected you of the murders.
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan.
Oh, cool. I could actually
Why did you say
ask her all the questions.
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scab.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then.
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Skulls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
I know what a skull is. I'm not worried
I know
about
this
that.
is beyond the pale.
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If...
And who bestowed...
My maker. He left this isle.
This is not... Oh.
Very well.
A lady has to have...
Why did...
I could hardly...
No, I asked that. I'm not worried about that. I know I'm a
don't
vampire.
understand.
It's a stupid question. I don't know why
Why
that's
was
really...
I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you. Consider it.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway.
The process is dangerous.
Ah, shoot.
I'd like to
Actually,
avoid...
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
oh, well, that's easy.
So me being a vampire could have...
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I've been hearing a voice talking in...
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this
I don't
cause
understand why
offense?
she took offense to it.
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Ah, okay.
Excuse my forwardness.
Me? Goodness, no. Only
A vampire?
such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
This is confusing.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Do you know any of them?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue.
But I fear he or she.
But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
I've been away.
Things have gone from bad to worse here.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent.
I bid you farewell. I must quickly...
Yes, Jonathan?
May I ask you something?
Please do.
Why?
Do I have to go all through all the questions?
What's...
'Cause I know where everything is.
I
Think... Yeah.
When I awoke,
Though I can't be certain.
you make them
More society.
one.
They have seen.
Okay, so
I bid you farewell.
talking to her
For now.
all this time didn't give me anything other than just simple answers. But anywho, I digress. How about that? So we gotta go upstairs.
Good evening, Miss Howard.
I need blood, doctor.
And
I don't.
I see.
Never.
It's a... I see.
Never. Delusional, you say? Ugh, sad.
Please.
I can hear my body crumble from...
I must...
It's only...
The star...
I'm not...
I...
Thank...
I'm trying to hurry up just because I think I'm out of
I'll
time.
leave you, Miss
So I'm gonna have to personally go back and read her storyline myself. Ah, hurry! Trying to crack open this door right quick. Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna have to call it quits here. I'm gonna actually go back to her personally and see if I can pick up from when I skimmed through it really fast because I'm running out of time. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Stay